Okay, in this episode, we're going to be talking about buying a used yacht, the process, and the tips. So, much like buying a used car, a used yacht often comes with a significant discount compared to new ones, thanks to depreciation. So, today we're going to walk you through the process of purchasing, including some key steps, tips, and things to watch out for. If you are in the market for a boat, education is huge to this, right? It's going to help you get insurance. It's going to make you feel confident. Pretty much if you don't use the boat, you're going to be pretty likely to sell it. So check out the NauticEd courses. They're going to be linked in the show notes. You know, they cover both sailing and power boats. Let's dive in. So why buy a used yacht? Well, the best value is often in the used market because the first owner absorbed the bulk of the depreciation. Pricing is influenced by several factors, which are age, condition, location, features, and equipment. But remember, a yacht is worth only what a buyer is willing to pay for, no matter what the seller believes. So let's understand brokerage sales, right? So used yachts are commonly sold through brokers, and there are several different types of listings. There's exclusive or central listings. There's open listings. There's pocket listings, and then there's for sale by owner. Let's talk about exclusive and central listings. So those are when one broker has exclusive rights to market the yacht with specific terms outlined in the listing agreement. The broker can work with other brokers to find interested parties, but they pretty much have control of that boat. The next one is open listings, right? So multiple brokers can market the same yacht. But this can lead to confusion if one brokerage says the price is $100,000 and then the other broker says it's $110,000. So the prices can vary because of that. Pocket listings. Pocket listings are more like, I heard from a friend that this guy's ready to sell the boat, right? So they're quiet, unadvertised sales where brokers privately connect buyers and sellers. Now the for sale by owner. Right? So the owner sells directly. That's pretty obvious. But the thing to remember is that if it's a for sale by owner, their exposure is significantly limited. Almost all of the major listing sites that are out there don't allow for sale by owner to just like post up their listings. They have to go through brokers. And so if you run into a boat that's for sale by owner, you really got them at some level. That being said, generally, if it's a nice boat, there's going to be a broker tied to it. Now, let's talk about the steps in the buying process. So, the steps are find the right broker, you submit a formal offer, you conduct due diligence, you secure insurance and documentation, and you finalize the sale. So those are the steps. Now, find the right broker. There's a lot of brokers out there. Some are good, some of them are bad. But you want to find someone that you can work with because it really gets a lot of stuff off your plate. So after you've found the right broker, then you submit a formal offer. So offers are usually in writing, accompanied by a 10% good faith deposit held in escrow. So once that is accepted, you got about a 30-day window for due diligence. Conducting due diligence. Inspections and sea trials are the heart of due diligence. There's usually also typical contingencies included in this, which is financing, like you need to be able to secure funding before you can actually proceed. A trial run, so a short sea trial to test out the systems and handling, and a survey. So you hire an accredited marine surveyor for a full evaluation. Generally, in some cases, you have to even haul the boat out of the water for inspection. In some cases, you should consider hiring a diesel mechanic to come in and inspect the engines and generator. Now, the next part is securing insurance and documentation. So insurance typically requires a hull survey to assess the value. So that's going to be one of the things that you're going to have to do. Insurance is actually quite difficult to get these days, especially if you don't have any experience. So education, that's a huge one. Check out NauticEd if that's what you're running into. Now, in the documentation, you want to be doing lien searches. You want to check the registration. You want to see the U.S. Coast Guard bill of sale. After you've gone through all of this, you finalize the sale. So purchase agreements with used boats and yachts are usually as is, where is. Though a seller may assist with minor repairs or, bring a boat to an area, it's generally the case that you're going to have to go there and retrieve the boat, and the boat is very as is. Once payment is made, ownership is officially transferred. So those are the steps. Now, here are some tips for smooth purchases, right? So you want to set a realistic budget. Now, budget isn't just the boat, right? That's going to include the cost of surveys, haul outs, any initial repair. You want to have a realistic budget. So it's going to be more than how much you're going to be buying the boat for. Another thing is that you want to check out multiple yachts, right? You want to really understand the different features and the different layouts and the different conditions. You want to be an educated consumer, right? You want to understand what the market looks like. Another thing, plan for ongoing costs. I've heard stories from people that the boat is actually the cheapest expense. It's everything else tied to it that is expensive. That can be maintenance, it can be insurance, dock fees get you every year. So be aware of the cost of ownership after you've already bought the boat, because they just add up. Now, the last tip I'll give you is trust your instincts. If a deal feels suspicious or overly complicated, just walk away. There's a lot of boats out there that are for sale. There's a lot of good boats that are on the market. You don't want to be getting a lemon, if you get what I mean. So these are the tips on buying a used boat, kind of what the process is and some tips. Definitely check out NauticEd's courses. They're going to be listed in the show notes, and see you next time.